Hello, everybody. It is Al9. It is Brony time, and welcome to Apollo Justice, Ace Attorney. Yes, that's right. We're here at the end, it would seem. We are about to, well, Clavier is about to take down his own brother. Anyway, let's get back into it. Familiar with the trial, I've watched the video several times. Didn't you find anything unnatural about it? Unnatural? Well, you did seem unusually well prepared. I mean, Mr. Wright had only just presented his evidence. And the next moment, you call in Drew Measham. It was almost as if... what? Funny. Didn't even occur to me to wonder. But now that I do, I see there's only one possible explanation. Almost as if, from the very beginning, you knew Mr. Wright was going to present that evidence. Ah! Correct. I knew that if I applied the usual pressure, Phoenix Wright would eventually come up with that forged ID page. Don't do this, Clavier! I knew because you told me, Christoph! What? It was the night before the trial. Clavier? Christoph, on seeing you at the prosecutor's office the day before the trial? Ah, I won't be appearing in the trial, actually. Huh? Why not? I won't be facing off with you on your first trial, apparently. But in exchange, I brought information. Information? The attorney who'll be there in my place tomorrow is not to be trusted. Don't even give him the benefit of your respect. Listen, I want you to call in a special witness. Then... I wondered about it at the time. How did Christoph know so much? Prosecutor Gavin. Christoph! We were supposed to face each other in that trial. A fair fight. Brother to brother. I deserve that much. You let me borrow the victim's belongings. You showed me all of your research on the case. The victim's belongings? Which would have included Magnifi's diary, wouldn't it? Mr. Gavin. My, Clavier. You disappoint me. You find trees, yet miss the forest. You're the one missing the forest, Mr. Gavin. You can't sweep this under the rug. Not anymore. Tell me what was going on behind that trial! Why not? I've achieved what I came here to do. I see no harm in a little reminiscing. Apollo? I think we're finally going to shine a light on the black belly of this thing, Trucy. We've done everything we could. I hope it's enough. 7 years ago, the day before the trial, I visited the detention center at the request of my client, Zach Gramery. 2 cards. 1 card. Showdown time. Enough. You lose, Gavin. Thanks for the work. Now go. To be honest, I don't know what his reasons were to this day. As far as I could tell, he dismissed me as his representation because I lost in a game of poker. I can come to no other conclusion. Daddy used to say something. If you want to know a man, you have to compete. Zach wasn't watching his point to the cards. He was watching the man behind the cards, Christoph Gavin. I couldn't believe it. Phoenix Wright, a second-rate attorney who relies on luck and bluffs. He dismissed me and went with that pitiful excuse for a man. He deserved to die for that error alone. Hold it! So the one who requested that forgery was... Oh, I'm not admitting to anything. My point is, these 2 men shamed me, and I could not forgive that. Phoenix Wright and Zach Gramery both deserved what they got. So you asked Mr. Measham to forge that evidence, so you could win? But then, when you were dismissed as Zach Grammary's attorney, you used your forged evidence as a trap. You fed me information about the forgery you made. Then you gave your dirty evidence to him. You're free to imagine what you will. My point is that all I had imagined came to pass. Everything went perfectly. It's incredible. If I wasn't laughing, I'd weep. Prosecutor Gavin, perfectly? You're mad, Christophe. Stop fooling yourself. What are you talking about, Clavier? Tell me, how did that trial end? Cancelled when the defendant vanished. Ah, I get it. So, Christophe, you've been living in fear for 7 years. What? You were afraid your forgery would be revealed and your reputation trashed. You couldn't leave things to chance. Oh God, sorry. So you watched everyone involved with the case for 7 years. Oh my God, I'm sorry, Jesus. You know, he always felt like he was being watched. That's what he said, every day, for 7 years. But I felt it too. Gerald is sure he is being watched, end quote. Don't you wonder why Zach Gramary got rubbed out after 7 years? Right after coming into contact with me? Wait just a minute. Zach Gramary was seen by this reporter. How is that possible? Was he alive after being gone 7 years? Finally, I knew this moment was coming. I just didn't think we'd get here so fast. Zach Gramary gone missing for 7 years. Trucy's father. What's wrong, Apollo? Go get him. Right. Leave it to me. Allow me to refresh the court's memory. 6 months ago, Christophe Gavin was charged with murdering a mysterious traveler. I remember him quite well. Shady Smith, was it? Poisoned in a Chinese restaurant. Tragic. The details didn't really matter right now. What matters is that traveler was Zach Gramary. What is it, Apollo? Huh? Keep going. We'll talk about it later. Did she already know? Someone, please explain this. Mr. Justice, can you explain this? It all started 7 years ago. The great magician, Manaphy Gramary's death started it. Manaphy Gramary's death and his student, Zach Gramary, the suspect. Whoever defended Zach in court successfully would be famous beyond belief. Thinking that, Christophe Gavin did the unthinkable. He forged evidence. Drew Measham? Actually, it was his daughter, Vera, who really did the work. You took precautions when you had that forgery made, didn't you, Mr. Gavin? Precautions? To keep people from talking, of course. These two know too much. Leave them alive and there'll be nothing but trouble. That's when you planned your poisoning of the forgers. Atrokonai applied to a commemorative stamp. But luck was on Mr. Measham's side. The bomb didn't go off. His daughter? She saved him by taking the stamp, I see. But that wasn't the only bomb he set up. The Ariadne nail polish, of course. You noticed something when you requested that forgery. When Vera Measham is nervous, she has a bad habit. A tendency to bite her nails. Ah, that nail polish was her good luck charm. She was almost kidnapped once. Since then, she's been, well, you can see for yourself. She refuses to leave the house. That person gave me a good luck charm when I absolutely had to go outside. It protects me. Yes, apparently she received something. A gift. She won't tell me what it was. It was from that client, the one who wanted that note made. It was his insurance. Insurance? As long as she lived quietly at home, there was no danger to her. But what if she had to go outside? If she ran into any trouble, she'd become nervous, and the nail polish would do the rest. His time bomb sat there for 7 years, and then they went off almost simultaneously. If you're finished, may I return to my cell now? I'm not accustomed to standing for such long periods of time. Mr. Gavin, have you heard a single thing we've said? Oh, I listened quite closely to your little tale. Quite an entertaining piece of fiction. What? Clavier, surely you understand. Back to the evidence, the lacking of evidence. Nothing proves a link between him and that actroquinine that took Misham's life. What about the restaurant? You killed Zach Gramery to keep him from talking. I killed no man of that name. Read over the report again if you like. The victim was a traveler by the name of Shady Smith, about whom we know little else. You can't seriously think I knew he was that particular fugitive. Okay, then why did you kill him? I plead my right to remain silent. Remember, this court did not convene to put me on trial. The defendant's name is Vera Michel, suspected in the murder of her father. My trial's been finished for 6 months now. I'm afraid we have strayed considerably from our purpose here. This court concurs with the witness. It is the defendant, Vera Misham, who is on trial here. No, but you were doing so well, Apollo. As long as there's no evidence to support the accusation against him. This court of inquiry cannot find Vera Misham innocent. Your Honor, Phoenix Wright spent 7 years collecting this evidence. You still don't get it, do you? Let us assume there was poison in the nail polish. Who then was responsible for causing Vera Misham to bite her nails? What? It wasn't me, I know that much. Oh, don't pull this bullshit, really? The one who brought that poison to her lips was you. What? What? Bull! It doesn't matter! He didn't put the... What? Oh my god, what is this? Evidence is everything. There is nothing more. What? Fuck bullshit! Are you serious? I believe this discussion has reached its conclusion. Your Honor, Mr. Justice, you have performed admirably well for a novice attorney. I respect your partner, Phoenix Wright's determination as well. However, without direct proof, you have nothing. Isn't that right, Clavier? Unfortunately, yes, Christophe, you're right. That is, you would have been right. Until now. What? The jury system! Ah! Phoenix trapped you, buddy! Did the news not reach your desk in solitary? The eyes of the nation are on this courtroom today. This is the trial case for a new judicial system. That's right! I totally forgot. The jurist system. Jurist, you say? The current judicial system has deemed it too closed off from society. This new system attempts to inject the wisdom of common citizens into the law. Common citizens' wisdom? Is this some kind of a joke? What could we possibly gain by doing this? Trusting our judicial system to a mindless, emotional mob of irrational mouth-breathers. Common citizens have something called common sense. Common sense is not restricted by the law. Nonsense! There's only room for two in this court. Me and the law. Keep the riffraff out. Out, I say! They're not in the court, actually. They're watching everything by video camera. How can you allow this? Incidentally, the one responsible for making this happen was Phoenix Wright. Phoenix Wright. Oh, it's the breakdown again! So, everything was leading to this, of course. Right. 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 Right! Oh, damn! I won't accept. I can't accept. This is no court! Law. Law! Law is is everything. Law is absolute. Oh, God. You let ignorant swine soil your courts. Christoph, it's over. Clavier! The law is absolute. Absolute? You can't be serious. What? Odds. I thought you spent your life looking for loopholes. The law isn't absolute. It's filled with contradictions. The law is the end product of many years of history, the fruit of human knowledge, like a gem polished to a gleam through trials and errors. It is this fruit we receive and pass on, and face in our time. And it is always changing, growing. Nurturing it is our task as human beings. Except for you, Christoph, you aren't changing. You've stopped. You're not needed anymore. I couldn't think of anything to say. Maybe because I still haven't seen enough. But someday I'll know what law is. And I'll fight to change it if I have to. I see no need to further prolong this trial. This began as a trial of Vera Measham, accused of murdering her father, the painter Drew Measham, however. Several other incidents were reviewed, and we seem to have reached a conclusion. Before this court declares a verdict, I await your decision, jurists of the court. For the death of Drew Measham, how do you find the defendant, Vera Measham? Innocent or guilty? I turn to you now to consider this matter. Oh, fuck! Are they breaking the fourth wall with this? Oh my god! It's the player! The player is the jurist! This ends the trial for this case. Only the verdict remains to be decided. Defendant Vera Measham is currently in intensive care. If a decision cannot be reached today, it may never be reached. The factors involved are simple. Did the defendant poison her father that night? If so, she is guilty. Or was there another reason for Mr. Measham's death? Did another person poison him? If so, she is innocent. A panel has been provided for each of you to input your decisions. That is all. Please, wait! Yes, jurist number 6? There's something in the jurist handbook here. Persons involved with the case may not be jurists. That is correct. I've looked into all your dossiers. None of you were involved with the development of the case. Within the development of the case, I see. Does that answer your concern? It's time for your verdicts. Make your decision in the case against Vera Measham. After 7 years, the truth is ready to be heard. Judge wisely, judge well. Oh shit! What the f... No. Is this what I think it is? She been alive this whole fucking time? So a verdict was reached on October 9, 2014. The first verdict under the jury system. Innocent by unanimous decision. The record will show that when the verdict was announced, special witness Christoph Gavin laughed. Laughed louder than ever heard before or since. A laugh that echoed in the halls of justice, lingering for what deemed like hours. True miracle occurred. Vera Measham opened her eyes. Vera, I'm so glad Don't cry, Apollo. I'm happy too, and proud. You did well, Apollo. When I thought about... What if Vera... Hey now, don't you start crying too! I'm sorry you had to see us like this. Vera? Thank you so much, Apollo. Thank you. No, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have pressed you like that. If I hadn't, she never would have bitten your nails. No, I was wrong. Staying locked inside like that, clinging to my good luck charm. Vera, when I opened my eyes and saw you, I finally understood. It's important to be a part of the world, to see things with your own eyes. It looks like that poison had some effect after all. Killed off whatever was holding Vera back from life. I knew you'd pull through, Vera. I mean, that's what Apollo was fighting for the whole time. Your future. I won't forget it. Here, let me thank you. No, really. It's okay. Oh, look, it's me. I love it, thanks. Is that me? She really captured your essence, Apollo. Well, I think so, at least. That reminds me. Do you know where the other lawyer is? The other lawyer? Oh, you mean Daddy. Except he's not a lawyer anymore. It's my fault, isn't it? I'm sorry. Oh, no, that's not what I meant. No, it's okay. I'm through looking away from the things I've done. I hope I can look him in the eyes again someday and apologize. Sure, he'd be happy to hear that. He brought all those things for me when he came to visit earlier. You mean that stack of videos? Mr. Wright finished watching them all. You know, I knew my real daddy was alive, huh? I was there 7 years ago, remember? I was the one who helped him vanish from the courtroom. You did what? How? I'm not telling. He promised me that day he went away. May not meet again for some time, Trucy. Know this. I will be watching you, and one day I shall return. You're the next Gramarye, after all. Oh, Trucy, in the end, he couldn't keep that promise, could he? It's okay. Phoenix is my daddy now, even if he can't really play the piano. That he can. Oh, and I've got you too, even if your voice is kinda loud sometimes. Glad I made your list. Hey, come to think of it, where is Daddy, the one who can't play? Do you know, Apollo? I think he said he had to meet someone. I wonder. Maybe it's a new mommy. Oh, Trucy. Yes, Vera? I was wondering, could you show him to me once more? Sir Hat, was it? Oh, he's not been knighted. Yet. Here goes. Do us an impersonation, Mr. Hat. Objection! Not loud enough. I like Miss Magic underwear a bit better anyway. That's magic panties, Apollo. Can we stop with that shit? Can we just forget that ever was in this game? So, your memories return. Mr. Wright, was this all part of your plan too? I don't know what you're talking about. When I lost my memory, I was reborn as Lambois. I was wrong about this game. Holy fucking shit. It was Lambois all along. Everything is really connected. And I didn't see... I knew it was all going to be connected, but I didn't see any of this coming. But you knew my true identity, did you not? That is why you chose me as one of your jurists. Ah, you're thinking into it too much. Besides, there's no guarantee that regaining your memory would make you happy. Of course it is a happy thing. For so long I thought I was alone, but now I know I have children. 2 dear children. I'm so proud of them. This too, I think, is thanks to you. Are you going to tell them? They do not know. Nope. They don't know their mother. They don't even know their siblings. I will go to them. The time is right. Until then, don't worry. I'll take care of them for you. They're very important to me too. A little annoying at times, but still. I have to keep an eye on her at least, because I'm the only one who knows how she really feels on the inside. Lamoire, your bracelet. Yes? I've seen a lot of mysterious things these past 7 years, but your bracelets were the strangest of all. I remember meeting him half a year ago now in Christoph Gavin's office. He defended his mother and cleared her name! And then I met you. Two fates destined to intertwine. And I was there when they crossed. I'll never forget that. Such a small thing, that bullet, yet it tore who I was away. So she survived, but she lost all her memories. 10 years ago, during a simple rehearsal. It was a miracle no one died, but I didn't survive that accident. This is why I left the troupe, my family. Now, my memory has returned. I am myself once more. For the first time, I am glad to be alive, Mr. Ray. Speaking of miracles, Vera Misham regained consciousness this morning. I can only hope she's as glad as you are. It is a strange thing, fate. Sometimes life is taken. Sometimes life is spared. You know what I've been thinking? People don't die that easily, really. As long as they got something worth living for. I still got a long way to go, and this power of mine, well, it needs some work. Sorry I missed that. But there's hope now. We lost it, but somehow we found it again. That's why people are smiling again. Hope. Yeah, I think I'll keep at this lawyer thing for a while. Oops, training time. Gotta go. Cords of steel. Here comes justice! I'm glad you're staying with the agency, Apollo. It's like I found my long-lost big little brother. Oh, and don't you worry about Troop Grammary. Trucy's on the case. Now that I have this, thanks to Daddy. Trucy Grammary? Frankly, I've got my doubts, but Hat Grammary, now that'll pack him in. I can't even. Hey, Clavier, it's not every day you get to trial such rocks harder than that. Yeah, that's why it's over. The Gaviners are breaking up. The news caused a run on tissues at supermarkets nationwide. You're the real stars now. I look forward to our next jam session. I have the biggest smile on my face right now. Well, it's finally over. You know, thinking about it, I've been a piano player longer than I was a lawyer. Now that everything's sorted and I've got time on my hands, maybe I'll take some lessons. Or maybe I'll take the bar exam. Again. Well, we all know you return in the next game, so... Emma! I liked you better in this game. So I was standing around eating snackaroos the other day when I got this crazy idea. What if they were golden? You could augment the crunch, or better yet, make them ding. Ah, the power of science. Although the preservatives might not be 100% safe. Yeah, they're probably radioactive. I think the music is being sung by Lamoire here, and that, I mean, Thalassa. We know who she is. Oh hey, In the unlikely event you are wanting Russian feast, come to Borscht Bowl Club. The only thing colder than the restaurant is borscht. Da, but if a greater challenge is being required, then come to the hideout. You know who to ask for. So, Kentucky Pastries is getting back to its eastern roots. Spread the culture, you know. Yo, boss! Culture time! This is how we write root. Capiche? But we're still about giving back to the people. Yo, boss! PR time! And this is how we write people, alright? Now that Walkie's paying any attention, ooh, kids. This has always been one of my favorite part of Ace Attorney games, when we get to see all the characters we came to know over the course. Bizoid Chinese characters on cake was a fly idea like 3,000 years ago, believe that. Man, you wanna make it today, you gotta keep it real, you know what I'm saying? Yo, that's why I made the OG cracker for real. I know it don't look like no cracker, G. What you want to call it, OG muffin? One of my least favorite characters in the game was Walkie. He was fun to voice, though. I don't know where all this talk about food is coming from. You ask me, there's only one food, and that's noodles. Noodles forever. I got a new one, too. See, this time I just put a big chunk of salt in the bowl. Why pretend? Eldune's noodle is about the salt. Salt forever. Excuse me. Oh god, not you. I want to forget you exist. My exceptionally inquisitive nature has won me unequivocal adoration of my apartment. You say they used to call me Wesley Stickler, and now and Wesley Stickerhands. But no longer. I have a new name, one that reflects my true academic nature. Wesley Sicko, reporting! Yes, curiosity is a sickness, and I am the cure! Oh my god. Oh my god. Fuck that guy. Why, Shu? Why you gotta do this? It's so weird. It felt so out of place. Like, why does he always have to include characters like this? He was like, you know what? I did Hottie, and now I'm gonna do this guy. I don't know how to thank you for all you've done. Light has returned to my life, and with it, joy. I may have lost years, but I have gained a treasure. 2 treasures, in fact. I'll think of them when I write my next song. Brush, brush, brushel, brush, brush, brushel. Brushel here, back on the beat with another interview. How do I feel about how things turned out? No scoop yet, but journalist confidence in mint condition. End quote! I didn't like you much either. I decided to keep painting. Originals only, of course. I suppose I'll have to see a bit of the world outside to find what to paint. But I know there are good people out there now. I've met them. The door is open. The world is waiting. Thank you. Aww. I love them. I know. I know other people don't like them, but I don't know. They've grown on me this entire game. Yay! Congrats! You unlocked a special bonus in the music and background settings. AJ. We are not going to do that now, but we will do that. I'm just going to end the episode here. I know we're still technically under time, but I do want to kind of split the part here because I want the next game to... It's the start of technically another series, so I just want to end this one right here since this is the end of the Apollo Justice. Set music background. What? I think this is pretty good oh, never mind. Anyway, here's what I'm going to do. I am going to end the part here, and I'm going to be doing a separate video with my final thoughts on Apollo Justice, and then we will move on to Dual Destinies. Yes, we will. But until then, thank you all for watching. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe to Brony Time for more content, and especially Spirit of Justice when we get it started up. Yeah, so I'm just gonna end this here. Also, please make sure to share this video far and wide so as many people can get their eyes on this series as possible. So, I will see you all in Dual Destinies.